the past few years with the COVID lockdown, with working from home and being in a global role was exciting. It was a new change, you know, and at first it was, wow, extremely comforting to know that, you know, I can take my pillow with me and I could just work in my pajamas all day and get work done and still have an income. And that was very much wonderful, wonderful idea. And I embraced it. And our whole family adjusted to it. And now I think, I don't know what, when, who, why, but I was having a conversation with my colleagues the other day and I just started to cry. And I felt extremely lonely. No, it's hard to talk about it because in the meetings, in everyday life, everybody's like, yeah, we're so busy, I'm so busy, I've got so much work to do. And I'm like, I'm not busy. You know, as a matter of fact, I don't understand why we're running about. And yeah, my days, my weeks, my months, my years are now starting to merge into this bland sameness, this vacuity of space almost. And there is nothing to look forward to. There is no people that I'm meeting apart from my family members. And I'm feeling very much out of touch. So one thing that loneliness has revealed to me was, and I'm very grateful for this, is I have a deeper awareness about the mental afflictions, and that it's not just about the sickness of the physical body, but the mental body is sick. You know, and although my body is still functioning, I realize that somewhere, somehow, I'm sick mentally. And I don't have a cure. I'm dealing with it, and there are certain insights, but at least I have a higher tolerance and I have a better empathy to relate to much better right now with those who might be feeling chronically depressed, sad, and lonely. So if you happen to be hearing this and if you ever need to talk to someone, and yeah, I'm always open. You can always contact me, drop me a feedback, a comment. You got my email on my YouTube channel, shrisinacircle@gmail.com. Email me. I'll be happy to talk to you. And you know what's really, really important about loneliness is that when someone is feeling very alone, please don't give them advice. You know, the do-gooders out there, it's like, you know, someone is saying like, I'm actually feeling sad, not feeling well, is you start to dish out all these advice. And instead of reciprocating and being open to the advice, you know, you're not open to advice. So the best thing one can do to help those who are lonely and sad is to hold a space and listen. I think silence is a very good cure. Yeah, is to listen, you know. And this is where I've also, some truths were revealed to me, is that, well, this is a major one, is that what I've been doing in the past, to a certain degree, I have been led by ego. You know, here I am talking about spirituality and, you know, spirituality, awakening and crystals and chakras, and I'm doing that and all the healing work, and I see the benefits are really good, really, really good. And then here I go, I want to talk about it, I want to teach it, I want to, that's why I'm doing Shri's in a circle. But then what I saw was I got caught up in its game. I got caught up with looking at the KPIs, at the stats, at, how many subscribers and how many watch hours. And seriously, I started to look for the results. And then it became a vortex where I started spinning. It's like I started to do videos in order to get views and get subscribers, and it's all very much ego based, right? It's and then that the very thing that I'm talking about, which is meditation, which is connecting to crystals, connecting to your inner spirit, your higher guides. I'm no longer doing that because I don't have the time anymore, because I'm chasing this game called YouTube and chasing the result, and no longer enjoying the journey, no longer doing what I claim to be doing. And who am I to teach anyone about meditation or awareness or stuff if I'm not even practicing it? So I started to question myself, and even at work, being in a global role, but then seeing that I have such little influence and such little impact, it was not empowering, it was very disempowering. And so I felt I was completely nobody, nothing. And I had, one thing I did was simply to cry. I think this is what I did, was the past 2 weeks at least, I have been crying, and I'm just letting it out. Just coming honestly face to face with my emotions, and it's revealing that I have not been authentic to myself. I have not been authentic to my path, to my well-being. I have been talking about it, but it's like I've been revolving around the topic, but not actually doing it. So, and it's like everything is for so-called other people. I do it for other people, whether it's for work, it's for my customers, or whether it's for YouTube, right? Or whether it's for my family. I cannot like put the pretext that I'm doing it for others. But then again, I'm not serving others, and I'm not serving myself, because I'm no longer enjoying the process. It becomes very mechanical, it becomes very dry. So then the light bulb flashed. It was the moment of awakening. A realization was, I just woke up from my dream one day, and it's like 2.5 million was the word. So then automatically, this reptilian brain of mine that's so conditioned by society, I wake up and I go, whoa, yeah, 2.5, gotta have 2.5 million subscribers. I was really excited about it, because, yeah, I mean, it's like this whole programming, so inbuilt to be competitive and to be result driven and focused and like, yeah, like dare to dream and aspire and all that. And I was really excited, but then there's still something missing. The so what? It's like, so what? Why 2.5 million subscribers? 2.5 what? And it felt really empty again. So then it hit me watching the video of Feel Good, and I'm following Phil right now, and he's really a really good teacher. And I can tell this guy is authentic to the very bone and to the very core, and it's not a bullshit type of, no bullshits about him. And he's like, I dare you to live an authentic life and be authentic. And that was, for me, the light bulb just went off, and I say, I'm not interested in having 2.5 million subscribers anymore. What I'm interested is to touch and to connect with 2.5 million people, to feel a sense of connection with people or sentient beings or angels. But 2.5 million, whatever the name is, doesn't matter. I want to have one-on-one connection and to understand and feel deeply for people, because this is what matters. This is what brings joy. And it was like, yeah, I want to live an authentic and simple life. So then one thing I did especially was to stop watching social media on a compulsive manner, compulsive, obsessive manner, where it's like one video after the video after the video. But rather, I watched one great video, like Feel Good, and then I stopped for the day, and I refused to look at my screens, refused to look at, whatever YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, and just shut it down. And I took myself out for a good walk in the park, connected with the flowers, looked at the flowers. It's just amazing how they smell and they feel, and just being in the vibe of nature. It's just open space, open sky, open heart, right? And I could let out my emotions and just feel this sense of spaciousness within. And a sense of deeper connection, and I felt much better. Now, of course, I feel like, what the heck am I doing? It's do I really want to have a career that is so global role, so complex, dealing with complexity and projects and not seeing head and tail over it, or do I want to have a more simple life, a more simple job, maybe more local based, more local impact, without flashy titles, without flashy sophistication, and maybe come back to the basics. So now I'm at this, I have to make a choice as to, yes, I can go for complexity and all that ambiguity and challenge myself and stuff, but what do I miss out? I miss out in very plain, simple stuff. Like, I miss out having a team with whom I can speak to, work with, connect to, share the common space. I miss that. I really miss human connection. And it's like I have to come back to the basics and be authentic to myself. And let me tell you something, right? So this week was the full moon. I had no idea it was the full moon. I knew the moon was going to be full soon, but 2 days ago, I just felt this compelling need to go to the water, to the river. So I told my kids, I said, hey, let's go to Point Claire. Let's go to the river. Let's go, have an ice cream and walk by the river. And we went there. So I told my husband, and I was like, I'm going there. Nobody wanted to go with me except my boy. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm still going. I was really adamant about it. And I was so happy I went there, because after the ice cream, I said, kids, we're going to go walk by the river. And we went walking by the river, and I saw this big, beautiful strawberry moon. It was literally, I think they call it strawberry moon because the moon was pink. It was huge, and it was pink, and it was rising from the river. And I was like, wow. Secret. I had always wanted to do this for the past 2 years. I kid you not. I wanted to go watch the full moon on a night, clear night in the summer, and I never did it. Until 2 days ago, where I took my butt out of my comfort zone, drove myself and my boys, we went there, and boom, it happened. It sort of like whatever I felt, my intentions were manifested. So the big learning lesson is that the very comfort zone that I have put myself in to not get myself anywhere, to not do anything, to isolate myself. That's what I've been doing the past 2 years, living in my headspace. And that comfort zone, which I thought was protecting me, keeping me secure and safe and easy and, effortless, and it was in fact destroying my mental. It was destroying everything because I no longer have this zest for life. I no longer have this passion, this wow moment. I no longer feel stuff. It's starting to get real damn numb here because I was so comfortable. And so the moment I got out of my comfort zone, that's when things happened. That's when I saw the strawberry moon. That's when I felt for a very long time this excitement and fluttering butterfly feeling and happiness and living in the moment, right? It was happening. So be careful of the comfort zone. And sometimes, overthinking it, over planning it, it's not happening. You have to get into the action and go and do it. Not for other people, not for any objective, not for any KPI, but because you feel it. You have this feeling and then you just go with the flow and just do it. So this was really a big revelation. And of course, speaking out your feelings, sharing your sense of isolation and your loneliness to your friends. For me, it helps. I actually share this with my my manager, with my colleagues, with my family, and I did this because I wanted to also be honest with others on how I felt, and it was nice to have felt that reciprocation as well, and that people were sympathetic and empathetic, and that really, really helped to support me. So I still haven't got everything figured out as to what I want to do in life, as to, which job I want to do. But one thing is very clear is, one, don't overthink it. Do what you love. And don't do it for material benefit or for a result. Do it because this is your passion. So for example, I'm really doing YouTube. This is my passion, to connect, to teach, to meditate. But then I have to also be very grounded in practicing what I love, and not to do it like, let's say, in the service of others, but actually it's not in the service of others, in the service of ego, because I want to be the, successful. And so it's like, it's so, ego is so deceptive to get deceived into the ego game of yet another identity, yet another to-do, yet another accomplishment. For what? So it's like, I think it's being empty and living in the vacuum of space and just trusting the universe that it's got your back, and being very naked and authentic to the current moment now, and being open is really the key. And because I've been so connected to crystals, probably, that I also start to see that there are signs and symbols in which the universe is trying to maybe communicate with me. And if you notice the dates and the times, and like, say, for example, you look at the time and it's 11:11 or 12:12, or you start to see these double-digit numbers, the double synchronicity of everything, is that, so I see it and I take it as, when I see 11:11 or 12:12 or even 10:10, like these double digits are repeating itself in the time, I now take a moment to say, okay, now this is a moment that my angels and my guides are communicating with me and telling me that everything is okay, that, they've got my back and I'm being guided for a higher mission that's bigger and larger than myself, that I even myself cannot comprehend, and just trust the universe and let it go. And that really, really helps me. And that to rewrite what is the whole purpose of life. You know, the whole purpose of life is joy, simplicity, connection, and not looking for the results, and just let the results and let the end results take care of itself, and just be authentic. Be courageous to be authentic. And I definitely urge you, if you are lonely, if you are sad, if you're depressed, that I am really holding you in light and love. It's a very, very difficult emotion to deal with. And please know that you're not alone. You are so protected and you are so loved by your angels, by your spirit guides. Believe in this. Believe in this. And to end this, I would like to do a selenite crystal meditation, because selenite for me, the past 2 days that were the lowest of the low point of my life, I was feeling so low, so aimless, that I had a vision in my dream to hold selenite. So I would like you to hold selenite if you have. If you don't have, you can hold on to the image of this selenite wand and just focus on the light of the selenite wand. And I'd like you to breathe in 5 beautiful counts with me, focusing on the selenite wand to clear your aura and connect with your angel guides. Selenite has a very powerful vibration. And when I was meditating with selenite, towards the end of my meditation, closed eyes, I could feel the presence of angels coming. Like, I felt as if someone was right in front of me, watching me, and like there was a connection with another being. So I had opened my eyes and there was absolutely no one, but I felt literally somebody came in and came over, and I feel like the selenite, being very angelic, high cosmic vibration, is inviting in the higher frequency beings into your space. And this is where, when you're feeling very low point, you know that you want to really raise your vibration as well and connect and ask for help. So let's do that. Let's ask for help from our spirit guides and angel guides to support us in our transition, especially when we're feeling low, that this is just simply a transitional moment, which it really is, to open the doors for new openings and new possibilities and overcome this darkness so that we reach over to the light, because we are, in essence, light. So breathing in, focus on the selenite, and breathing out. Just focusing on unblocking all blockages in your throat area. Just breathing in again into your throat area and out. Now holding your hand to your chest, breathing in and out. Beautiful. Now focusing on here in your third eye chakra, breathing in out. One last breath in over to your crown chakra. You breathing it into your crown chakra area while looking at the selenite wand. Breathing in, taking a long, deep breath in. Hold. Release. So if you have selenite, please buy one, feel it, keep it close to you. Hold it when you're doing your meditations or simply breathing. I have selenite around me and I have it in different forms. I have this in the flower of life form as well. So really taking the space and the time, just looking at crystals, holding it because it has this pure vibration, pure frequency. And just trust that we will get through this, right? That there's always ups and downs in life, that it is simply a phase, it is just a wave, but in essence, we are water. And whatever you do, it doesn't really matter what the results are. What truly, truly counts is your happiness. And do this because it makes you happy. You are at the center of everything. Your happiness is the most important. Your happiness counts. And you count and you matter. Wishing you a beautiful day. Namaste.